We have to assume they don't know what's going on. It's been 3 hours. We got 3 hours left.
Hey, I've been here. I don't know what's going on.
So they need to understand how this process works. Basically, we got a few minutes to give them a little orientation. Can we do that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what's going to happen here is you're going to take part in the main room and see the presenters. And Mire Molnar is coming up next, ShaMama. And after each of those presentations, you'll have an opportunity to follow them into their respective rooms. There's also a place called the Fun Room, and the Fun Room will be open and available to those who want to have more of a interplay with these folks, these wonderful folks. And the way you get to them is on the bottom right-hand side of your screen, at least in Windows. There's a little thing that says either breakout rooms, 4 boxes, or right next to that, there'll be more, and you click more, and then the breakout rooms, and you'll see a list of rooms. A white box will pop up. Find the room you want to go to and say join, and you'll be good to go.
And if you have a problem getting into the room, do not hesitate. Just send us a message. In chat, I can't get into the room. We can see your frustration.
Absolutely.
Send us a private message. Anybody with the V in front of their name, we can move you through. So right now, we got the main room going on. We got the fun room going on. We got the Healers Network room going on. And every healer and reader and every participant in this place is available right now. And you can go in and have a session with them. Everybody offers a free session, whether it's 5 or 10 minutes introduction, for you to get to know them better and you to want to go and buy more. So whether you want to spend $1 or $2 a minute to take it a little further after you have a taste, this is what we're offering for you today.
Raquel, you're going to meet Julian in room number 17. He'll be joining you there momentarily.
And don't forget, this is Small Business Saturday.
That's right, Small Business Saturday.
Small Saturday. Okay, Small Business Saturday. This is like all of us small business people here right now are just trying to survive. And we don't need a location anymore. We don't need 4 walls, but we come together without walls. Even
Absolutely.
though Julian has some, bricks behind him, we've all these got little backdrops. We are all here in the same purpose and the same reason is to give ourselves exposure and to get ourselves out there to the world, right?
Absolutely. It's about healing the world and bringing us all together and extending and helping people remember about love and compassion, the fact that we're all brothers and sisters and we're all in this together, at least in this dimension.
Beautiful, beautiful. So who's up next?
Before we go to who's up next, Sheri, do you want to give away something? You said you wanted a chance to give something away.
Oh, me? Oh,
yeah, you.
I'll always give away something. Sure. I have my own little my book that I wrote, 17 Ways to Open Up the Root Chakra. I have a video. I have an audio version and a printable version, and I will give you a private session with me as well for an hour. It's $75. So this is a 30-minute consultation with the book and my chakra reading and a card reading. So if anybody wants to win a session with me, throw it in the chat. Thank you for reminding me that I got something to give away.
There you go. And next half hour, I'll be giving away another one of my books.
Okay, write down your number. Let me write down my number right now.
Write down your number. And Mire will be coming up shortly.
0 to 100. Okay, I'm not going to look.
And while she's doing that, I just want to say, Lynn wanted to know where you can get a voice like mine, and she complimented my voice. I actually have had this voice since I was 13 years old.
Okay, I like it.
That's why he is Victor the Voice.
That's right.
Okay, so right now we got my number.
Okay, what is your number? 39. So does anybody have an exact hit on 39? I didn't think I saw one. Let me see what's closest. Hang on. Thank you, Mark. Closest, I think, is 44, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like 44. 44. Who had 44? I saw 4. Mire won the book.
No, the practitioners can't apply.
Oh.
No.
Oh. Okay, no. Then the closest one after Mire was 55, which is Jay Shap again.
Jay?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yep.
Awesome.
And no favoritism, but I know Jay personally from business from years ago.
Oh, beautiful. Sorry to all the practitioners. We have to leave it to the guests. You
Okay.
work something out on your side. You have to understand that.
Our next guest up is Mire Molnar, and she's ShaMama. She is a graphic designer by trade and works at a self-directed democratic school in Santa Ana. Inspired by her father's deep love for nature and her mother's deep love for ritual and the Sacred Mother, Mire most naturally became a pagan and has actively practiced for 25 plus years. Mire has been involved with social and environmental justice activism her whole adult life. She has a history of inside the indie music scene and has played in many bands, even has a song featured in a Disney film. Mire is naturally a producer and has put together numerous events, parties, fundraisers, websites, and small films. Her intuitive abilities come out while working with the minerals. She loves choosing intentions for the talismans as they call to her, thinking of the keepsake jewelry as her spell work. She has a loving partner and a daughter, and they live communally with two other musicians in Santa Ana, California. Her website is talismama.com, and she joins us tonight to talk about ShaMama. What is intentional jewelry and how can you incorporate it into your practice? Please welcome Mire Molnar. Welcome, Mire.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for that introduction. I'm so grateful to be here today. I'm just going to change my view up. Just a quick change. My website is talismama. Oops, I did it wrong. Talismama.life. I'll put that up there. Talismama. There we go. No, it keeps, never mind, it keeps auto-correcting. So anyways, talismama.life. But anyways, my name is Mire Molnar. That was a fun introduction. So I make talismans with my father. He is a 35 plus year master lapidary artist. And my story is sort of unique, how I got to working with the stones and sort of finding my calling within the stones. I'm wearing two right now. I chose the intentions ritual and intuit. And so, whoops, that one might be flipped. So my mother is a midwife. My father is an artist, and I'm gonna switch over to screen share and just kind of walk you through some photos while I chat about what I do. And go to this. So as said in my description in my bio, I'm a longtime pagan. And so I joke about that because what do you get when you mix a Catholic and an atheist together? You get a pagan. So I was brought up in an interesting environment with a midwife for a mother and an artist as a father. And so through this, I got to experience childbirth all the time. I witnessed home births. And simultaneously, my father was always showcasing his love of nature and kind of combating the Catholicism that was brought through my mom's side of things. And so my mom brings the ritual, my dad brings the love of nature. And so during my pregnancy and my birth, I was called to make a birth necklace. And I call these now a lush talisman of power. And so this was my birth necklace. And I intuitively designed this and found stones that felt like they would support my process, and I handmade everything. And so the making of this piece and then using it in my birth, I actually did a tantric dance through my birth and got to, wear my own jewelry and really like embody something very far out. You really connect to source in a really, really extreme way. For any of you who've birthed, you know what I'm talking about. It's like nothing else. All the shamans, I'm convinced, throughout history, any male shaman has always been trying to mimic this experience that people with wombs have, womans have. And so I created this piece, and used it in my births, and that sort of, that experience, it showcased for me that, you know, birth was a shamanic initiation. It was much more than, you know, the medical establishment would have you understand it as. And through my initiation, I became really clear about some of my intuitive abilities. I started learning how I could channel, and I started working with the stones. And so today I'm going to talk to you guys about like what is intentional jewelry. So I'll start just kind of by going through my most intentional jewelry pieces are the Goddess Tag. So this is a design that I came up with. I come from like a punk rock background, was very deeply involved in the indie music scene. So I love things to look urban, and I want things that are fun to wear, comfortable. And I do like to go back and forth from being like kind of streetwear to, you know, professional if I have to be. So this design is based off of the military dog tag. And I think it was fun to play off of that as well, like the Goddess Tag. And this isn't just for women or women, or people who are feminine. That's not what the goddess is about. So the Goddess Tag is about bringing that divine feminine, which is what we were just talking about, the androgyny, that sacred androgyny and all of this. So the goddess has just been like left out of the conversation for a long time. And I really do believe that balancing back with the goddess and bringing that energy back, that divine feminine back, the partnership model, you know, as we do this work, like Julian was saying, like it is go time, right? So it is now time for us all to really do the deep work, not just the personal work, but the communal work. And, you know, for me, what that really is about is we have this structure that's been based around the dominator model. And that's, you know, that's pretty much what the patriarchal model is all about. And that patriarchal model stems from, you know, the mythology behind like how we got to this point. There was a literal ripping away of the goddess, literally killing off the goddess, making it okay to kill the goddess, making it okay to kill the mother because the mother meant nothing, didn't have any connection to the child. That was the story that was the initiation of separating ourselves from the myth of the mother, the myth of the goddess. And so as we are all light workers and we're trying to connect with, you know, with Mother Earth again, with Source, for me, stones really shine through as a way to play with this energy. They are of Earth. They are these beautiful, they are Earth. I mean, that's really what they are. And so these have been really fun to create. So they each have an intention, and I basically go through the stones and look at them and just kind of, I'll sit with them and feel their vibrations. I'll do some research on the stone, and I'll decide like, okay, this is what this one's intention is. And sometimes people will, you know, custom ask for things, and that is totally okay as well. And so how I wear these is when I want to create, and I'm just going to stop share for a sec and just kind of talk to you guys. So when I'm like getting, so there's so many different ways where what you wear can, you know, help you go out into society in some powerful way, let's say. So I wear mine for a few different reasons. I could wear it in ritual. I could wear it for protection. So I've recently made a piece that's not on the website. And this is a, you know, the lighting and stuff won't do justice to these because a lot of them really like spark when you get the sunlight on them. But this is a tiger's eye and a nagual stone with the line going through it. And this one is like specifically something that I wear when I want protection. And as an empath and an intuit and just somebody who's very sensitive, a light worker, I feel like protection's like critical right now. I feel sometimes that some of us who are gentle beings can also become like scapegoats, or easily, we're easy to access, and so we can be abused easier sometimes. So it's really important for me, and I sometimes just wear them at home because now I'm on quarantine all the time, but just wearing them. And so what I'll do is I'll wear the piece, I'll connect to it, I'll breathe a few times into the piece. And that's how I set my intention for the day or for that event or for that ritual. And so that's basically how I use intentional jewelry, is just that easy. It's like a small spell to just set like a magical intention, or set some type of intention, an empowering intention, to, you know, go with you throughout the day. And then it's also a touchstone. So you can connect to that energy anytime you need it. And that's really nice and supportive. And then on top of that, they're just beautiful, and you can wear them a bunch of different ways. And but you might have your own set of stones. So this isn't just like for my work, of course not. Whatever your special stone is that you have at home, or a piece of jewelry, I highly recommend ways to like turn it into an intentional piece of jewelry. And it's great when something is stamped or says something on it, you can like resonate with a word or a number. And there's lots of jewelry out there that has maybe somebody's name. I also do like breast milk and ashes jewelry and moon blood jewelry. And I'll show you some pictures of those in a bit. But so you might even have like a piece of keepsake jewelry. So the way to like activate it, I mean, there's a number of different ways. And as a pagan and witch, and I'm all about just play with it, like make it the fuck up. Like it is not, I don't know, for me personally, it's like you find something that works for you. You don't have to do it the way that anybody's taught you. You just show up with true intention. And so some things that I like to do is maybe give it a moon bath. So that means put the piece, especially crystals, love that kind of thing. Put the piece outside under a full moon or under a new moon. And then when you bring it back in, you can take some sage and just, you know, put the sage smoke a little bit under it, and then give it your intention. You could wrap intention, you could write it on a piece of paper, wrap it around the jewelry, set it under the moon. You can do things where you bury it. You could take a piece of jewelry that, let's say you want to reclaim, let's say a wedding ring or something that maybe has negative energy, and you want to, you know, change out the energy, reclaim it as an intention piece. You can put it in a plastic bag, then cover that with something, you know, or put it in a nice, like, it just depends how you want to do it. But you could put it in a velvet bag, then cover that in a plastic bag, stick that in the dirt, wait 5 days. So there's all these fun ways that you can, you know, make something intentional. Crystals and stones are really good. And there's so many resources. Just look up online. I always just type, you know, amethyst healing attributes, and a million things pop up. And what I just kind of do is I'll read like 3 of them, and you kind of figure out, you know, the truth about that stone if you read a few different articles on it. And so, you know, you can turn anything into something intentional, and especially if it has, like I said, the stone, the mineral qualities where you can, you know, align it with a color or a chakra or something that's going to support you, that's great. So that's a really good way to do that. And I'm just going to kind of walk back through some of the stuff.
And can I ask a quick question? Because
Yeah.
you got some high prices, and I think you told me that you had some opportunities to be flexible. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely. So basically, we, you know, 2020, it's just been an insane year. So we're all trying to, not all, but I mean, for me, it felt really important to be transparent, to be accessible. And what I love about 2020 is finally some things have broken open where like the typical capitalism isn't necessarily the only way to do it anymore. And that really gave me some freedom. And so I've always loved sliding scale because I typically haven't made much money, but I always like to give something, you know, and so I'll always give something if I can, but it may not be the actual price. And so this was something that I kind of downloaded as something that needed to happen for my pieces. I feel like every single person needs a goddess tag now. And I will work with you. If you have no money and you want to trade, come talk to me. If you're able to do the tier 3, basically it shows exactly what amount of money I'm paying my dad, who is typically the artist. Sometimes I do the work as well. Sometimes I typically do all the stamp tags, and I do a lot of the goddess tags, but oftentimes it's my father. So we might split that amount of money. And then it just says how much money is going towards the admin, marketing, equipment, that kind of thing. And so this, then, you know, there's tier 2 and tier 1 is the full offering. And so I really want to make this accessible to everybody. Stone jewelry is so beautiful, and I want to honor the work of the artist, you know. I didn't want to like not say the true price, because, you know, my dad has been doing work for 35 years as a lapidary artist. He's so amazing. So I want to make sure that he gets paid his top dollar if people can afford it, and if not, then you do what you can. We're here to serve. These are beautiful creations that we want to see on people. And so this is my father's unique, you know, he was the first one 30 some odd years ago to make this design, these crystal rings. They are so fabulous. No one's doing anything like this today in the same way, although people have knocked it off, but these are not made in China. These are all made on a solar farm in Orange. Everything's solar powered. My dad, when he goes to get the rocks, he's driving all in biodiesel that he has made himself. So this is a very unique offering, and you know, very special, beautiful designs that he does here. And now we get into the breast milk and keepsake jewelry that we offer. This is Moonblood, and Moonblood is so powerful to work with. And I highly recommend, again, as intention jewelry, and just in general using like keepsake as intention jewelry. Like, I've had people pass away, and it's so lovely to have their ashes. Like, this is an ashes piece, and you just like kiss it throughout the day, and like they're always with you. And it's just a really nice way to keep somebody, you know, next to you. This one's a breast milk stone. The bottom stone is breast milk. The top stone is garnet. Same with this. It's the bottom stone is ashes. And so these are a really affordable line that we try to just make so that people can, you know, enjoy either their, you know, the deceased, or honor their blood. This woman who this ring was for, she stopped having her moon. And so having this bottom stone is her moon blood, and that's the last of it. And so this is a really fun ring for her. And these are our original designs. That's moon blood, and we can do these with ashes, you know, or breast milk as well. So that's fun too. Let's look at the time. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I think I'm getting close to ending here. So yeah, we're going to talk more about, if you are curious about intention pieces. Oh, here's a huge intention piece, the Lush Talisman of Power. Now, these are really fun. These we go into, this was a birth necklace, and we go into a meditation, and basically I ask like your higher power to talk to my higher power, and I download the design. And we talk about what stones you need for, like this is usually for a big initiation, a surgery. It could be for a gender change. It could be for, you know, anything that you want to mark a big occasion with, and you want to, it's priestess wear, really. It's like really wanting to dress up for the occasion in a big way and really like have something that is bespoke and handcrafted, handmade just for you. And so over a series of meditations, the design comes through, the stones come through, and then I work again with my father, master craftsman, and he materializes it and makes it come to life. And that's really fun.
Mire, not only is the work that you and your father do beautiful, but it's such stewardship of our Mother Earth. Thank you so much for doing that. That really touches my heart in such a big way.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. And that is my dad and my mom together in one. And I really do feel like that's my legacy, is to fuse what they have taught me and continue it.
Absolutely. Sheri, you want to join us?
I am here.
Mire, so you're going to be in room number 33, and I'm sorry, not room 33. You're going to be in room number 12. My apologies. At 7, you're going to go there right now, and then you'll be at the fun room at 7:30. I'm a little bit tired. I apologize. And your giveaway, you're going to be giving away as your door prize one handmade goddess tag valued at $800. So what we're going to do now is we're going to ask our members of the audience to start picking numbers. And Mire, would you select a number and we'll do a drawing for you?
Yeah, I'm trying to get off stop share. Here we go. Yeah, so here's the piece.
Yeah,
It's
this is a huge drawing, everybody. This is like having a car.
Oh, and did I show off my crystal knuckles? These ones are really
I love your knuckles. I absolutely love your knuckles.
Like I said, I love urban design. I love mixing stuff that you would wear on the streets. And honestly, like I wear these every time I go to a concert or anytime I go to the city. So they're
awesome.
So this is a jade piece. It's in steel, and I thought this was very suited for the times. It's hard to read here, but it says grace. It's hand stamped, the word grace. So go ahead and choose your number. I already pre-picked a number, so I don't have to worry about that.
And again,
and
other presenters.
If people are able to pay shipping, that would be awesome. It's usually about $10 if you're in the US. So.
And again, our other presenters are not eligible to win, so please don't put a number in.
And again, an hour from now at 7:30, she will be in the private room during a ceremony. Tell us about your ceremony.
Yeah, I was just thinking that as well. So I wanted to do an interactive, it's tricky on Zoom, but we're going to have a whiteboard where everybody is going to, like, the time of this full moon and eclipse is about manifestation. It's about saying your truth. And so I wanted to have a place where we can all speak our truth, put it out there as a possibility, get it out there and send it off. So it would be really beautiful if anybody, it won't be a lot of time. I'll be doing a ritual in the background just to hold the space and to like amplify the manifestations. But all you have to do is pop in. You can get creative. You can draw something. You can text it. It's all on this whiteboard. And if everybody could pop in for just a second, that would be wonderful.
And that's actually going to be in the fun room, right, Sheri?
In about an hour from now at 7:30.
In the fun room, right? Okay, but right now she's going to be in her private room, room number 12, for the next hour. Okay.
But
do we have a number?
Guys, this is an $800 piece, man. I want to like do this myself.
Mire, you there?
Okay.
What happened? Where'd she go?
We lost her?
Did she go on to the other room already?
She's in her room.
Oh, no, she has to come
we
back.
need to keep her out here. We're not done yet with her, Vicky. We need to do this.
The suspense thickens.
Last chance, everybody. Put in the chat. You cannot be a practitioner to put in your number.
Participants are not allowed to.
0 to 100. Put in the chat the number that you want. If you're listening right now on Facebook, you must be here to be able to participate. That is the benefit. Doesn't cost you anything to come in, everybody.
Mire, where are you?
Where did she go? Let me see where she's in the breakout rooms.
I think Vicky said he was going to bring her back.
Yeah, she's in her room.
Sorry, I got sent to my room. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Little trigger
How
happy
does that
there.
feel? Yeah, and that talk about childhood stuff. How's that?
Okay, Mire, what's the magic number?
29.
29. Let's see who's the closest. Everybody had high numbers. It looks like Danny might be the closest, but let me look again. Oh, no, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Sheri, can you look with me? I'm having trouble seeing
I
this.
see 43 at Danny.
Danny, what about somebody said 11. Alexandria said 11, but who's
No,
11?
43 is too close.
Now 29 does become 11, so that like
Oh, I see. It says
numerology standpoint that could work.
it's Priestess El Pellegrino was 11.
Well, she's also participating in this, so I think we need to give it to Miss Danny.
Okay, Danny, you're the winner. And Danny, the way you can claim this is you'll follow Mire to her room number 12.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And she will make arrangements to have that sent to you. And if you can pick up the shipping, that would be lovely.
And then in my room too, I have all my cards out if anybody wants to do a reading or just talk about stones or intuitive fashion and jewelry. I'll be there. Or birthing. If anybody wants to talk about birthing, I could do that too.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mire. That was wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks for being
So
here.
go